There's a country in Southeast Asia that somehow pulled off something most economists said was nearly impossible. It took a young, post-colonial nation, divided by race, religion, and language, and turned it into one of the most stable, prosperous, and industrialized economies in the entire developing world. No civil war, no collapse, no complete dependence on foreign aid. And here is the strangest part. Dozens of countries have studied Malaysia. Governments have sent delegations there. Researchers have written entire books about it. And yet, nobody has been able to copy it. Not fully. So today, we are going to answer one simple question. What exactly did Malaysia do? And why is it so impossible to replicate? To understand Malaysia, you have to understand what it looked like at independence in 1957. This was a country with three major ethnic groups: the Malays, the Chinese, and the Indians, who largely did not trust each other. Economically, the Chinese dominated business and trade, while the Malays, who were the majority, were largely poor and rural. The Indians sat somewhere in between. This kind of inequality along racial lines is a recipe for disaster. And in 1969, disaster almost came. Ethnic riots broke out in the capital, Kuala Lumpur, and the country was shaken to its core. Most nations in that situation either descend into long-term conflict, or one group seizes total power and suppresses the rest. Malaysia did neither. Instead, the government made a calculated and controversial decision. It would use policy to deliberately redistribute wealth across racial lines, while keeping all groups inside the same national tent. That decision became known as the New Economic Policy of 1971, and it changed everything. The New Economic Policy, or NEP, had two goals: reduce poverty and eliminate the identification of race with economic function. In plain English, make sure being Malay no longer meant being poor. The government introduced quotas in education, in business ownership, in public contracts. It gave the Malay majority preferential access to universities, loans, and licenses. Now, this was, and still is, controversial. Many argue it was unfair to the Chinese and Indian communities, and that is a legitimate debate. But here is what made Malaysia different from other countries that tried similar things. They did not destroy the engine of growth while doing it. The Chinese business community was not expelled. It was not stripped of everything. It was kept in the economy, still producing, still trading, still building. The government essentially said, we will grow the pie, and we will make sure everyone gets a larger slice. And the economy grew fast. By the 1980s and 90s, under Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad, Malaysia was building highways, skyscrapers, and the Petronas Twin Towers, once the tallest buildings in the world. It was exporting electronics, palm oil, and rubber to every corner of the globe. It became what economists called a middle-income miracle. So why can't other countries just read the manual and do the same thing? Because Malaysia's success was not just about policy. It was built on three specific pillars that are extremely difficult to manufacture. Pillar 1, political stability with diversity. Malaysia created a unique power-sharing arrangement where the major ethnic parties formed a permanent coalition. Nobody was fully in charge. Nobody was fully left out. This prevented any single group from feeling threatened enough to destabilize the system. Finding that exact balance in a divided society is more art than science. Pillar 2, strategic geography. Malaysia sits at the center of one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world, the Strait of Malacca. Over 80,000 ships pass through it every year. That geography made Malaysia naturally attractive to global trade and foreign investment. You cannot move a country. Pillar 3, institutional discipline. Malaysia built real institutions. A functioning civil service. A central bank, Bank Negara, that became respected worldwide for its management of financial crises, including famously resisting IMF pressure during the 1997 Asian financial crisis and coming out better for it. Institutions take decades to build and are almost impossible to fast-track. Take away any one of these three pillars, and the model does not work. Now, this is not a video saying Malaysia is perfect. It is not. The country still battles corruption. The affirmative action policies that once helped lift millions out of poverty have, in some critics' view, created a culture of dependency in certain sectors. The middle income trap, the point where a developing country stalls before becoming fully rich, is something Malaysia has been trying to escape for years. And politically, the country has gone through significant instability in recent years, with multiple changes of government in a short period. The point is not that Malaysia got everything right. The point is that what it did right was so specific, so tied to its history, its geography, and its people that no country can simply photocopy it and expect the same results. Every nation that has tried to be the next Malaysia has learned the same hard lesson. Development is not a template. It is a journey shaped by culture, timing, leadership, and geography all colliding at the right moment. Malaysia's story is remarkable not because it was perfect, but because it was intentional. A deeply divided country decided, at its most dangerous moment, to build something together instead of tearing itself apart. And that decision, more than any single policy, is what made Malaysia impossible to copy. If you found this video valuable, do one thing right now: hit the like button. It helps more people discover this kind of content. And if you want to keep learning about the countries and economies quietly shaping our world, subscribe and turn on notifications, because we post videos just like this every week. I'll see you in the next one.